Hey, 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 YouTube. It is Zach Mander, your coach of the Canadian Sarah Luges. Welcome to any of your new viewers here. Yeah, I don't edit. I just chill on Showdown, talk about my Pokemon, and yeah, it's a draft analysis. So, we have joined a new draft league. We have joined the SDA, the Soul Dew Association. And this is my very first upload required league. So, there are a lot of creators in this league, and I'm really excited to get to play them. So, yeah, every creator's links will be in the description. I gotta thank everybody for being awesome. Drafting was fun, and overall, I'm very excited for this league. So, this league is high. I would like to say high tier Terra. That's what I would consider it, with a good amount of things banned, but not like an overwhelming amount of things banned. If that makes any sense. Like let's give a good example. Terra Superior and Terra Hoopa Unbound are allowed. And Terra Iron Hands, I'm pretty sure, is allowed. Those are just some examples of what was allowed. So, I got 9th pick out of 18 freaking coaches. There's 18 coaches. It's a 9-week long season. This is going to be quite a long season. It's going to be exciting. So, with that out the way, let's talk about our draft. So I got 9th pick, and I've been wanting to draft my first pick that I got for such a long time. Now, originally, well, I don't know about originally, but I had a few plans. I wanted to get Terra Zarude. I wanted to get Terra Hoopa Unbound, who, by the way, would have been my pick too, if it didn't get sniped. I can't really say it didn't get sniped. That mon is crazy with Terra, so I'm not surprised it got taken round 1. But I wanted to go traditional, and I got Gouging Fire. Now, this Pokemon can Dragon Dance and win. This Mon can just DD win the game. That's how good this Mon can be. The Bulwark is such a cool move, and people don't expect it. So, it could be really cool tech. I do really like that it gets Iron Head for Fairy types, and I do like the Fire Dragon combo. Being neutral to Fairy is really nice. The biggest weakness this Pokemon really has is the ground types. I think ground types are this Pokemon's biggest weakness. As other dragons, it can overwhelm. And I think I could deal with dragons just fine with the team I drafted, which I really like. Now, Yasmon gets a good move pull. This mon is decently strong. It's not absurdly strong. Like, after 1 DD, it's not OHKOing everything in the game. But with its natural bulk, it can live any hit, really, in the game. And its high phys bulk. This mon is a physical tank. This mon eats physical hits for breakfast, and its Spadef isn't even bad either. So this Mon is going to be a great tanky sweeper. And that's what I really wanted as my first pick. This Mon is definitely first pick worthy. So yeah, that's why I got Gouging Fire. Now, normally with Gouging Fire, you draft Sun. But if you watch my other draft leagues in the SBDA Ultra Ball division, I already have a Sun team. And I didn't really want to do that again. And also Terra Walking Wake is banned. So that's another reason I didn't go Sun. And also, the second pick, it was actually going to be one of my round 1s. If Gouging Fire got taken, this was my second choice. And it's perfect because it's a ground immunity. Tornadus Therian. Now, this Mon gets regen. This Mon is decently strong on both sides, but that's not really what it's there for. It's there to be a utility pivot Pokemon. This Pokemon could come in, eat a hit, pivot. Or scare something out with its very good coverage. And that's what I'm really excited about. This Mon gets a great move pull with some pretty cool coverage moves. Like all the Thunderuses and the Tornaduses and the other guys, they all get like cool moves, which I personally really like. It also gets Nasty Plot, so this Mon could sweep, but that's not really its job. This Mon does cover Gouging Fire, as this Mon's really good into ground types, and it can hit him with Hurricanes and Bleak Winds and Chilling Waters and Icy Winds. It gets Psychic. I just love that this Mon's move pull. And this is a Mon I've been wanting to use. I think that its regen pivoting is just going to be so good. And it gives me a fast Pokemon, which my recent teams have been lacking in speed. So I finally am getting fast guys. So, with Tornadus out the way, I didn't really know what to get for round 3. But I was looking on the board, and I saw one Pokemon that I was shocked wasn't drafted at this point. And funny enough, Latios was drafted, but not Latios. So I got Latios. Now this is a Pokemon I've also been wanting to use. I've been wanting to use the Latis, either or. And it's funny, because it's called the Latios division. So I got the division mascot, so that's pretty cool. I got the division mascot. We got Latios. Another ground immunity, by the way. So I've got the dragon offense. Probably two of the top dragons in the entire draft format. So I'm going to be nuking with Dracos. I'll be clicking Dracos on this guy, and this guy will be clicking Dragon Claws. And Outrages, maybe. This dragon offense is scary. You have to watch out for my dragon offense. These three all kind of... Like, Gouging Fire has the fire coverage to deal with steals, which I really like. And Latios gets, none of that. Gets Earthquake. So, it does get Aura Sphere to hit steals, so it gets the fighting coverage. And Torn gets also fighting coverage and gets fire coverage. But Latios is mainly here just to be a nuke. That's what this mon does. You slap a Choice Specs, you slap a Choice Scarf, you slap a Soul Dew or a Life Orb, you go crazy. This mon is something I've been looking forward to using. I've been looking to use a Lottie forever. I remember back in like Gen 7, Gen 8 OU, and I guess that's not that long ago, but I mainly played Showdown those days, and I would just put this mon on the team, slap a Choice Specs, and spam Draco. So I'm super excited to get to use this. It also gets Cool Move Poke, also gets Recovery, which is really nice, and it also gets Flip Turn, unlike Latias. I don't think Latias gets Flip Turn, so this mon actually gets Pivot, which I really like. I've got a fast pivot here and a fast pivot here. That's what I really like. This mon doesn't really get a pivot move, but I got my two pivoters. It also gets B-Pass as well, so if there's like a Clodsire, then I can run that instead. So, now I've got my three absurd picks out the way. And now I was looking, and I really wanted Heatran. Heatran was still on the board. Yes, I was doubling up on fire types, but I have two floating guys. Then Heatran got taken. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I respect that. So I need to find a steel type. And there were a few I was debating between. One steel type I actually wanted was Archaladon. That was taken like way before. But Archaladon was something I wanted. And I wanted to get Corviknight. Corviknight was also taken at this point. So basically all the steel types I kind of wanted were gone. Except for one. And that's Iron Crown. Now this Pokemon is sick. Now it was between this and Jirachi. I think Jirachi was still on the board. I'm saying Jirachi's still on the board at this point. I actually have no clue if Jirachi was still on the board. But this mon intrigued me more than Jirachi. So I got Iron Crown. And this mon is my Terra Captain number 1 out of 3 Terra Captains. So how the Terra system works is you have 25 Terra points and you can Terra up to 2 to 3 Pokemon. And Iron Crown's 14 points. The highest point Terras are like 16, I think. I think there is like one 17-point Terra. Oh, I don't know. Actually, probably not. Yeah, I think there's 16. Zarude, Weavile, Greninja, probably not Greninja. Weavile, Zarude are the highest point Terra captains allowed. Iron Moth, I think Iron Moth can Terra. I'm pretty sure the Rain team has it. Yeah, Iron Moth can Terra. Those are a couple examples. Yeah, Iron Moth Terra got taken around freaking one. So, so we got Iron Crown Terra. Got the different Iron guy, and it does double me up on Psychic types, but I don't think that's super big of a deal, especially with this Terra Captain. This mon is just a good, specially bulky Pokemon, also decent physical bulk. So this is like a good bulky Pokemon, bulky attacker with a 98 speed tier, which is pretty good, especially since I already have 2 very fast guys, and I have a 91 here. So I really do like it. This mon does get agility, does get Calm Mind, gets Iron Defense. It gets all the cool setup moves, and Tachyon Cutter is such a cool sick move. So now let me talk about my Terra Captain types. Now I was debating between a lot of types. I actually wanted to go Stab Steel. But yeah, I didn't know you didn't actually need a Stab Terra. So I didn't go Stab Steel. Instead, I went with Terra Fighting, Terra Flying, and Terra Ground. The reason I went with Terra Fighting was to give me a type that resisted Dark. And it also gives me a more consistent move than Focus Blast to hit Steel types. Yeah, I could run it, but Terra Blast Fighting's an option. Maybe if I need the power, I'll run Focus Blast, but I don't like to gamble with that move. So That's why Terra Fight's a thing. I got Terra Ground to also help me hit steel types. Now, this was the Terra I was the most on the fence about. This was the Terra I was like, do I really need Terra Ground on this guy? But I think it covers his Pokemon pretty well. So I just went with Terra Ground. And the last Terra type I went with was Terra Flying. Now, Terra Fly gives me the ground immunity, which is why I got it. And you may be saying, well, I have 2 freaking levitators. But if I want this guy to be my sweeper, I'll make sure I resist those earthquakes or immune to them. I'll make sure I'm immune to them. And I do like having Flying Stab. I think having Flying Stab on this guy is super cool. And yeah, that's why I picked Terra Fly. Alright, next freaking Terramon. Oh yeah, I picked Terra Ground so I can also hit electric types. Because Tachyon doesn't hit him. Alright, next freaking Pokemon. I wanted some Rapid Spin. Blastoise was gone. But the main spinner I wanted was still on the board. So we got Donphan. Donphan, welcome to the squad. Now this one is a great physical attacker. As you notice, I got 3 special attackers. So, I need to get Donphan. This gives me a ground type, which is a great type to have. We do get strong earthquakes on this mon. This mon does give me spin as well, and it also gives me a rocker. So that's why this mon is super great, and I'm super excited to freaking use it. This is a mon I haven't used in a while, so I'm really excited to get to use it again, and I hope I could cook better with it. So yeah, it's Donphan, Rapid Spin. So now at this point, I needed a fairy type, and I was tempted to get Hatterene, as Hatterene is one of the Pokemon I've drafted many times, but the reason I skipped out on Hatterene was because I already have 2 Psychic types. I want a fairy that resists Dark type moves. Because so far, my team doesn't really look great into Dark types. So why not get a fairy type that quad resists Dark? Pretty sure Dark resists Dark, and if I'm wrong, then I'm a dummy. But we got Grimmsnarl! Now this mon gives me dual screens. And it gives me a strong physical attacker. It does get great abilities in Prankster, and Frisk. Pickpocket's not bad either. Now, I was tempted to actually make this a Terra Captain, as this was 11 points, and I could see the vision of it being a cool Terra Captain. But I decided against it because of the next pick I'll be talking about. This mon does get good Dark Stab and False Surrender. I've actually never seen this move before, so it's kind of cool to see that be a move on this thing. But it does get Fast Parting Shot. It does get Throat Chop, which is always nice. It gets T-Wave support. It does get Trick. It does get Scary Face, so watch out. And overall gets a decent move pool. It does get Spirit Break, which I think was its signature move, but now other Pokemon get it, like Iron Valiant. It does also get Play Rough. It does get set up with Nasty Plot, but usually this is a physical attacker. So yeah, I'd usually run like Bulk Up or something. But this is kind of there to be my fairy support Pokemon. So yeah, that's Grimmsnarl for you. Now, after Grimmsnarl, I wanted to get another Terra Captain. And honestly, I think this Terra Captain is nasty behind dual screens. And that is Cloyster. Cloyster was only 8 points, which surprised me. And honestly, I was surprised this mon wasn't taken. But yeah, here we are. We got the silly Shell Smash guy. Now, I did have other plans. Sinistcha was on the radar, and that got taken, but then it got dropped. But I didn't want to change up my team. I really like my team synergy, so I kept it as is. Cloyster. Let's talk about it. Skill Link, Shell Smash, Icicle Spear. This mon is just crazy strong. 95 attack isn't too bad, and its special attack isn't terrible either. And its physical bulk is 80. Yeah, it doesn't really eat special hits, but it eats physical hits. It's like an Avalugg. It eats physical hits. But I also got it to give me spikes and toxic spikes, because none of my other Pokemon actually get spikes or toxic spikes. So this is going to be my spiker, which is quite interesting. But I feel like it could play the role, especially with 3 Terra types it gave it. So the 3 Terra types I did choose for Cloyster were Terra Ghost to be a spin blocker, Terra Electric as Electric and Ice Bolt Beam, classic coverage, and Terra Fairy, just if I need to get rid of some dragons or whatever. Fairy was kind of just a slap-on option. I just knew Ghost Electric were key. So I put Fairy on. There were a couple other ones I was considering, like Ground, but I have Drill Run, so I'm okay with relying on that. I was going to do Terra Rock, but that type freaking sucks. Oh, yeah! We did it! Cloyster! We got him. And now I needed a Grounded Poison. And it's really weird because there are 2 poison types on the board, and they're both equal to 5 points. And I didn't know which one to take. One of them got Toxic Spikes and one of them didn't, but I may change this down the line. Potentially, possibly, maybe, probably not. I don't know. I mean, I'm really happy with this Pokemon. I haven't really got to use it yet, so I'm hyped up. We got Grafaiai, another prankster Pokemon. So I got 2 prankster guys on my team. And this one, hey, gets Nasty Plot, just like Grimmsnarl and Swords Dance. So watch out for the setup. Watch out. It also gets Acro. So watch out. But yeah, the reason I got this Pokemon was, well, first of all, it's my Grounded Poison. And I do like that it gives me some more pivoting. As the other option that I could have picked did not pivot at all. So this Pokemon just felt perfect. With Parting Shot pivoting, it also does get Toxic. It doesn't get T-Spikes, which really sucks, but what can I do? It also gives me a Ghost immunity. Not that Last Respect's Houndstone's allowed, but it does help me against Ghost types a bit, as I don't really have a proper Ghost resist besides Grimmsnarl, so it's kind of nice to have an immunity, as Ghost offense is very strong. With Spectre or not in the format, there's nothing to really worry about. If Spectre was in the format, I probably would have drafted like Munchlax just for that. But here we are. We got Grafaiai. Grafaiai, you could be really creative with this mon, so I'm really excited. If it doesn't fit the mold, I'll figure it out. But I'm really hyped to use this Pokemon, and this can be fun. Now, I need an electric type. And there were a lot of options. Until round 9 started. Kilowattrel went. Regieleki went. Jolteon went. All the 3 electrics I was looking. Are you kidding me? Did my mic just do that? Did it just go beep? Oh my god. You're getting some unedited slop. Hey, that's what we do best on this channel. So, back to the topic. All my damn electrics got sniped. I guess my mic thing got sniped too, man. Oh my god. Vikavolt was taken. All the damn electrics were taken. But, except one. And originally, I was going to go for some dumb pick. Let me see if it's still on the board. Dude, I was going to go for Hisuian Electrode. Even Bellybolt wasn't in the considerations. But, you know what? We need more Levitate ground immunity Pokemon. So we got Rotom. I also don't have a grass type, so this kind of helped fill both of those roles. So I got them a lot more. This one's a lot of fun. Will-O-Wisping, Nasty Plotting, being grass type, being electric type. That's what this mon kind of does. It gives me Volt Switch. It gives me Trick. So yeah, it's a cool mon. Rotom's awesome. Very great bulk. Very great attack. Well, special attack. And it's not bad. Speed stat's pretty good. So yeah, that's Rotom for you. Now, I have one more pick. And I needed another Terra Captain. Well, I didn't need one, but I had 3 Terra points just sitting around. And I didn't really need too much anymore, but I wanted to get a rock type. I was going to get Lycanroc Midnight. It's a Pokemon I've had a little bit of success with. I wouldn't say the most success. I mean, I had one okay game with it, but it was really fun. But there was another rock type, and his name was Clough. Welcome in, Clough. Hey, look, I got another Stealth Rocker. But this mon gets Anger Shell. At half HP, its attack, special attack, and speed go up. This going up, it won't help. Not like it gets Fire Blast or anything. But Anger Shell goes off. This thing goes from like okay speed to pretty damn quick. And you get Trailblaze. It gets great coverage for steals and high horsepower and Tempered Flare. So, what Terras did I pick for this mon? I picked Terra Grass, Terra Fairy. honestly didn't know what third Terra to put. So I went to ChatGPT. I said, hey, what Terra types are good for Cloth? And I'll read this out to you. Let me get this out. Let me get this out. Let me find this quote. That's ChatGPT. And this is what they said. The purpose of the Steel Terra type on this Pokemon. Steel gives Cloths resistances to Fairy, Rock, and Psychic moves, while boosting its defenses overall. Let's hear the benefits. Cloth becomes significantly bulkier and resists many attack types that could otherwise threaten it, particularly Fairy and Ice. And Steel also neutralizes Cloth's Psychic and Flying weaknesses. Yeah, Cloth does struggle with Flying types, so I have to give it Terra Steel. So that's why I picked Terra Steel. And it also gets higher defense. So that is my draft analysis for the SDA Solu Association Latios Division. This is the 5th season. I'm very excited to be part of this league. This league's going to be a bunch of fun. All the creators' links will be in the description, so please go subscribe to them. And if you want, subscribe to me too. So that is it for the video. Sorry for the unedited slop. That's what we do here. I'll see you all next time. Peace out.